Hey everyone, Dean Willett with Dean Sells AZ, sitting here at a horse property in South Tempe, just put under contract, and want to talk really quick about something I've heard a lot of people talking about recently, and I don't necessarily agree with everyone who's talking about the subject, and that's owning versus renting. You know, the scenario that brought this subject up, we were talking about last week, was somebody who was paying $1,000 a month in rent can now buy a house and have their payment, their taxes, everything included, $900 a month when they were paying $1,000 a month in rent. And it seems like a no-brainer, right? Not only are you saving $100 a month on your payments, but you also have your tax incentives too, that you're going to save money for your interest that you're paying. Well, I think that is not necessarily good advice for everyone who's looking at buying a house. Now, for some people, yeah, that may make great sense. But I think you need to consider, how much money do you have to put down on this house, and how much money are you going to have in the bank left once you do put money down. Something you have to remember, when you're a homeowner, the cost of owning a home is much more than renting. And I don't care what anyone says. I disagree with them if they say differently. Because you have all expenses that you're now responsible for. You now have to pay when your water heater goes out. You have an electrical problem, you have a plumbing problem, you have your AC unit go out. Any sort of those emergencies you are now responsible for. So while yes, it's still a great long-term investment, and yes, I think people who can afford to do it should absolutely own a home, because long-term is definitely a better investment than renting. But right now, in your immediate situation, if you are not financially in a place where you can afford to make those repairs, then you should really consider keep renting until you can make those repairs. Because what happens if your AC unit goes out and all of a sudden you have to spend $4,000 or $5,000 on a repair? You have to be ready for that situation if you're going to be a homeowner. A lot of people are going to disagree with me on this, and there are certain situations where you get in a house cheap enough, it makes perfect sense to own instead of rent. Anyone else, you really have to look at your finances and make the best determination for yourself in your situation that you're at. But if you are looking for a house, now is a great time to buy. And if you have any questions on this, you can leave a comment below, or you can always email me, dean@deansellsaz.com, and have a great day.